It's the Punisher, Judge.
Mr. Kling, another thing we don't do during court is smoke.
I have all this done, and you just keep going. But can I say anything, or is this just going to be a railroad
yes.
me? My plumbing's finished. All the other bullshit's done. I got railroaded by a bunch of little assholes here in town that fucked up my property and my house. I'm not thrilled. I am not thrilled. Well, sit here and listen to this shit.
That makes two of us. Mr. Kling,
I bet it does.
If you curse one more time, I'm going to find you in contempt and order that you be incarcerated. This is a court hearing. You're treating it like a discussion over.
During a recent court hearing, the judge addressed Mr. Kling, noting that smoking during court proceedings is not allowed. Despite efforts to proceed, Mr. Kling expressed frustration, claiming his plumbing was complete and he felt unfairly treated. Regarding issues with his property, the judge firmly reminded him that court is not a casual discussion and warned against further outbursts, threatening contempt of court and possible incarceration for further violations of decorum. The situation unfolded in a chaotic manner, with Mr. Kling appearing late to a virtual court session. He was reportedly seen smoking on camera, wearing a Punisher hat, and treating the hearing casually, which only added to the tension. The case.
Well, good afternoon. It is 3 o'clock. No sign of Mr. Kling.
No, we'd had some contact with him. Mr. Pritchard from the building department had been in contact, and then he kind of stopped communicating with us. So he personally was served with this notice.
Oh, Deputy Teller, do you have a Michael Kling out there in the hall anywhere? Any customers? Kling, K-L-I-N-G.
This is not Mr. Kling actually resides on the property. He did have a little, I guess, kind of a unit that he would try to rent, but it's not a landlord situation where somebody else owns the property.
Has this property been condemned?
The one unit has. We have been working with Mr. Kling to get his other items fixed, which he has not.
Oh, here's somebody, Moto G Play, which may be him.
It's the Punisher, Judge.
Yes, Mike.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Michael Kling? All right, you need to unmute your microphone.
There he goes.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Are you Michael Kling?
I am.
All right, would you please have a seat?
Absolutely.
All right, you're late for your hearing. Let's pretend like we're having a court hearing where people are respectful. Will you please take your hat off?
Yep.
All right. This matter is being recorded and it is on the live feed, being live streamed on YouTube, and it is on the Zoom platform. Mr. Kling, this matter was set for 3 o'clock. We've been sitting here for 5 minutes waiting for you to show up. You got cited on 6 separate occasions for a property at 303 South Nottawa Street for multiple violations of the Sturgis zoning enforcement ordinance. Would you please raise your right hand? I put Mr. Pritchard under oath. Might as well swear you too. Can you
All right.
raise your right hand?
Yep.
All right, I can't see it, but I'll take your word for it. You swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give here will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Where are you now? At 303 South Nottawa?
Yes.
I was about to ask Mr. Pritchard whether this property had been condemned. It looks dangerous on about 19 different ways. Mr. Pritchard, what's the status of that?
As I was saying, we were working with Mr. Kling on bringing these items into compliance, and he has not. I went by there last week to condemn the house, and he had told me at that time he was working with an electrician to get the electrical fixed, and he was supposed to have it done by last Monday, which he did not.
Well, I'm waiting on state inspector.
I had reached out to the electrical contractor, and he said he was called off by Mr. Kling to come over to do the work. But
What?
they still came over to his house, knocked on the door, and left a card that same day.
I haven't received a card. I haven't seen him. I've been waiting for Byler to show up. I've been waiting for a state inspector to show up.
Is this a single family dwelling?
Yes, it is.
It's a 2-family dwelling, sir. There's an apartment on the
Oh, yeah.
north side.
Yeah.
Apartment where?
On the north side at 303 and a half.
It's all a single legal description, Your Honor.
There are 6 separate citations. I guess we could go through them one by one, but.
Well, at this point, Your Honor, I guess procedurally wise, Mr. Kling was issued these summons and complaints on October the 15th of 2021. He has never responded, never contacted the court. I contacted the court. The court was behind. He had almost 90 days to even respond. He never did. Mr. Kling is in default on all of these actions.
Actually, I had the building's been removed. Most of the garbage has been.
Case involved serious property violations. The city had declared Mr. Kling's home uninhabitable, and the court was addressing multiple citations he had received for failing to comply with housing and zoning regulations at 303 South Ottawa Street, Dunamar. Kling had been cited on 6 separate occasions and had not responded or appeared in court previously. The judge noted the city had made several attempts to work with him, even allowing ample time from October 15th, 2021 to March 9th, yet the property remained non-compliant. A representative from the building department confirmed that Mr. Kling had not followed through on promised repairs, including necessary electrical work. The property, which is considered a 2-family dwelling under a single legal description, continues to have unresolved safety hazards.
I mean, he's responsible for the action as he's defaulted on those. He's not filed any motion or pleadings or otherwise per court rule to set aside or remove the default. And at this point, they're still in violation. What we're simply asking the court for today is an order of compliance, that he bring these into compliance within 30 days. If they're not brought into compliance within 30 days of today's date, the city may, at their discretion, cause the remediation of any hazardous condition or repairs be made, and the same be placed on the tax roll, as well as cleaning the property. There's a number of vehicles there. I believe pictures were attached to some files. And so that's what we're asking for today. I mean, the city's been more than willing to work with Mr. Kling. If you can see, October 15th to March 9th it is quite a bit of time to work with him on this. And they're still, I mean, the city has
been over here. A lot is done.
But and if it's done, then the city will sign off on it at this point.
Well, Mr. Kling, another thing we don't do during court is smoke.
I know. I apologize.
Put your cigarette out.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the future, I better have you come live and in person.
That's fine.
Time, and you won't wear a hat and you won't smoke. And
all right.
So there's 6 separate counts. Each ticket contains a number of photographs showing what deplorable condition this property is on the inside and out. There are there appear in the photographs to be electrical violations, plumbing violations, mechanical violations. It looks like a fire waiting to start. Sanitary violations. I think one of the pictures shows a generator on the inside of the house. Filthy bathrooms. The outside looks like Hiroshima.
The court was now being asked to issue an order requiring Mr. Kling to bring the property into compliance within 30 days. If not, the city would be authorized to make the necessary repairs or remediation and apply the cost to his property taxes. The city also mentioned the presence of multiple vehicles on the property, further emphasizing the need for cleanup. Despite the disorderly presentation of the hearing, the judge maintained focus on the legal matter at hand, stressing the seriousness of the violations and the court's limited patience after such prolonged noncompliance. Mr. Kling,
after August 6th, the ground is scorched of any vegetation. There are junk vehicles all over the place. Some may be operative, some may be not. Those pictures were taken some time ago. So this property didn't get this way overnight.
No,
To
it sure
expect
didn't.
him to accomplish this in 30 days, maybe a bit
Well,
unrealistic.
Your Honor,
right,
a lot of
Mr.
that
Clay.
stuff's been taken care of.
I can tell the court that prior to this action, the city had been in contact with Mr. Kling through Mr. Schweitzer almost a year prior, warning of this type of
Wow.
action coming
I
forward.
have all this
So-
shit done, and you just keep going.
All right, well, we're gonna give you 30 days and then we'll see what the status of it is.
Well, the
This
plumbing's
is not a
been
real,
done.
who
That-
lives there, Mr. Kling?
I do.
Just you?
Yeah, me and my dog. But can I say anything, or is this just going to be a railroad
Yeah,
me?
yes, you could-
I don't
Well,
think
we
I
haven't done
can.
anything yet, but yeah,
Well,
I'd like
I
to-
know we haven't.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to tell me?
All the cars have been removed. Let me see. The building they wanted taken out, it's out. Most of the yard's cleaned up. My plumbing's finished. All the other bullshit's done. I got railroaded by a bunch of little assholes here in town that fucked up my property and my house. And
Mr.
right along with the
Kling,
city.
Mr.
I'm not
Kling,
thrilled. I am not thrilled.
Well,
Sitting
that
here
makes
listening to
two-
this shit.
that makes two of us. Mr. Kling.
I bet it does.
If you curse one more time, I'm gonna find you in contempt and order that you be incarcerated. So
All
we're
right,
in
well,
a court hearing. Don't drop the
Like I said.
F-bomb, don't swear. I can understand, if you were here, I would have already had you taken out the back door by the bailiff. This is a court hearing. You're treating it like a discussion over the kitchen table. I have my robe on. This is being recorded. You've been
Well, I
charged with
apologize.
multiple
You know,
offenses. You
when
wear
I
a
sit and
hat,
listen to-
smoking a cigarette, you show up late and you're cursing in my courtroom. So let's try to have a little more decorum here. Especially since you're the defendant and you're.
Appeared in court via Zoom, and the judge immediately addressed his behavior, reminding him that smoking during court proceedings is unacceptable. Mr. Kling apologized, and the judge suggested that future hearings might be held in person. To ensure proper decorum, no smoking, no hats, and a more respectful tone. The case involved 6 separate code violations, each supported by photographs showing the property in extremely poor condition, both inside and out. The judge described visible issues including electrical, plumbing, mechanical, fire, and sanitation hazards. One image allegedly showed a generator inside the house, and other photos depicted very
Mr. Reed asked for a compliance order that I give you 30 days. 30 days in March and April is tough. What else do you have to do?
I gotta go to the dump a couple times. I got some stuff I gotta take in yet. And I got a little bit of electrical left, and that's it.
All right, well, it sounds like you've made some progress. All right, I'm gonna give you a little more than 30 days. Today is, we're gonna continue this to April 27th. Mr. Reed, you may submit a compliance order. The defendant is in default.
And the one thing I did request in there, Your Honor, I guess I did not address, just asking for judicial convenience that all the cases be joined under one, so they can be done in one order. I can use the same caption, but
Yes, that's fine.
thank you. And I will do a master compliance order indicating, listing all of the complaint numbers or the court numbers on there, so the court will have that until
Well,
April
let's
27th.
see what he can accomplish by the end of April, and if we get the property in compliance, everybody wins. City of Sturgis is better off, he's better off. And we don't, so I'm gonna continue this to 2 p.m. on April 27th.
Thank you.
Does that work for you, Mr. Kling?
Fantastic.
Works for me. I'll have an order submitted via the 7-day rule, Your Honor.
All right, let's see what you can accomplish. You shall allow an inspection after April 20th.
Absolutely.
If somebody other than you and your dog lived there, I might be more strict, but I'm
Right.
giving some leniency since you're the only one there.
That's fine.
Your dog doesn't have any choice, but I don't want this house burning down or blowing up or, yes?
There
I
is
don't
an
either.
issue. One of the issues is so the 303 and a half, so the half side, which is the other dwelling that Mr. Kling does not reside in, that it's kind of the apartment portion, has been tagged by the city as uninhabitable. The city is intending to tag Mr. Kling's 303 based on the electrical and the plumbing violations and the generator and the other issues going on there, because none of those inspections have been cleared and they deem them an imminent safety hazard. So we have no problem with him being on the property to fix the property and working on the property. But as far as residing there and running that generator, the city does have issue with that, and it plans on tagging it and placarding it for the property maintenance code
And what
and
generator?
national code.
Well, that'll be a separate issue, I guess. Might have been helpful that was done already, but it isn't. So
Well,
I'm giving him 40.
and I appreciate that, but I think in the city's defense, Your Honor, they've heard a lot of what Mr. Kling has told the court today in the past, and none of it's come true. So this has been, I've been involved in this case for about a year with the city, so.
All right, Mr. Kling, I'm gonna set this for further hearing for April 27th at 2 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
And I'll give you a little more than 45 days to see if you can get the stuff into compliance. The problem is, I just learned this at the same time you did, the city may be, in essence, condemning your house until some of those things are done, because it's
The only thing I'm waiting on,
hazard.
I was waiting on the state inspector. I never called off any appointment. I've been waiting for these guys to show up.
I'm not
they
sure
never
where that's
came.
going, but this part will be April 27th.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
6 complaints will be joined in one order.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Kling, do you work days? Am I taking you away from your shift or anything?
No, I work in the afternoon. So.
All right, very good. I'll see you at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock on the 27th. Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right, well, I'm sure there's more to come here.
Oh, always is.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Clean bathrooms, and a severely cluttered and damaged exterior. The judge pointed out that the property resembled a disaster zone and that such conditions did not arise overnight. There were numerous junk vehicles present, and the area appeared neglected for a long time. Mr. Kling insisted that many of these issues had already been resolved and noted that the city had been in contact with him long before the court action was taken. He stated that the vehicles had been removed, the required building was taken down, most of the yard had been cleaned, and plumbing work had been completed. However, his frustration with the process was evident, and he expressed concern about being treated unfairly. The judge reminded him to remain respectful, warning that further inappropriate language could result in contempt charges and possible incarceration. The judge emphasized that this was a formal court proceeding, not a casual conversation. He pointed out that Mr. Kling had arrived late, wearing a hat and smoking, and was now using inappropriate language, behavior that undermines the seriousness of the matter at hand. The judge stressed the importance of decorum, especially since Mr. Kling was asking the court for leniency and more time to resolve his property issues. Despite the tension, the judge granted Mr. Kling 30 more days to bring the